and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras, here with ILTV's morning briefing.
Following the latest string of Gaza arson attacks, Israel's Air Force has again carried out multiple airstrikes inside the Strip. These latest overnight strikes, as well as those over the past few days, have been primarily in efforts to curb Palestinians' launching of incendiary kites and balloons. And according to a spokesperson from the Eshkol region in southern Israel, the method isn't perfect, but it is working. All the fires in recent days have been put out quickly, and the number of fires breaking out has been decreased. Defense Minister Lieberman said that if anyone thinks it will be possible to continue with the daily kites and fires, they're wrong. And the IDF backed Lieberman up, saying it had the intelligence knowledge and operational ability to keep striking in Gaza if the arson didn't stop. Truly shocking developments just now from Israel's Shin Bet security agency. Gonen Segev, Israel's former Minister of Energy under both Yitzhak Rabin and Shimon Peres in the 90s, has just been arrested for allegedly spying for Iran. Investigators believe that Segev was actively providing the Iranian regime with intel about Israel since 2012, and that he's been to Iran twice for this very reason. Though most speculate that Segev probably didn't have access to any truly damaging information, this is undeniably a huge intelligence win for Iran. Segev's backstory is a long and troubling one. After his time as a politician, Segev was arrested in 2004 for trying to smuggle drugs into Israel from Amsterdam. At the time of his arrest, he told police that the pills were just M&Ms. His criminal CV only got worse over the next few years, racking up charges for credit card fraud and illegally forging his diplomatic passport with a pencil. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison, during which time the state revoked his medical license indefinitely. Segev then moved to Nigeria, where he says he continued to practice medicine, but it's precisely at this time, in 2012, when officials now believe Iranian officials recruited him as an operative for the regime. Segev allegedly maintained ties with current Knesset members in order to funnel Iran updated intelligence, and may have even connected Iranian agents with Israeli officials without their knowledge. Segev, now indicted for espionage, aiding the enemy during a time of war, and providing information to the enemy, has not denied the charges. He instead claims that he was merely acting as a double agent the whole time. The Justice Ministry has confirmed that the death penalty could very well be on the table for this case, but regardless, this is already a story destined to go down in infamy. 2 days ago, a massive round of airstrikes pummeled a region of eastern Syria along the Iraqi border. These precision attacks, which killed at least 50 Syrian fighters as well as nearly 24 Iraqi soldiers, were quickly attributed to the United States, but now an unnamed official within the American administration has confirmed that Israel was allegedly behind the strike all along. If true, Sunday's airstrikes would represent a significant departure from past Israeli strategy in the region. Typically, the IDF targets Hezbollah or Iranian-linked forces in either southern or western Syria. These airstrikes in eastern Syria, however, appeared to be specifically targeting pro-regime Syrian factions unaffiliated with Iranian proxies. Iran's foreign ministry has condemned these airstrikes, which left at least 22 members of its own army dead. Iraq claims that their forces were fighting Islamic Jihad cells in the region. Others, however, say that this particular part of Iraq's troops may have been part of an external paramilitary group funded by Iran. Prime Minister Netanyahu has consistently promised that the IDF will act as needed in Syria to prevent an Iranian foothold. Many believe Israel has even signed a secret accord with Russia to push Iranian troops back away from the border, with the long-term goal of removing Iran completely from the region. Fans are crying foul over an anti-Israel tweet posted by Iranian soccer star Mehdi Taremi. Taremi plays striker for Iran's national soccer team, which just scored its first group stage World Cup match in 20 years against Morocco. But now Israelis and other soccer fans all over the world are demanding that FIFA ban Taremi from the World Cup altogether, after the player retweeted a post made by Ayatollah Khamenei, which says that the state of Israel won't last another 25 years. Shortly after the tweet was made, thousands of soccer fans turned against Taremi, uniting under the hashtag #BanTaremi. Though Taremi has since deleted the post, the damage was clearly already done. Even Israel's foreign ministry spokesman Emmanuel Nachshon has condemned the post, which apparently endorses the destruction of Israel. Many fans are urging FIFA to give Taremi the boot because the tweet qualified as hate speech, which would be a clear violation of FIFA's official bylaws. For now, though, it's unclear if FIFA will proceed with such a move, but considering Taremi is probably Iran's most popular player, and that next week the team faces matches with both Spain and Portugal, he may want to focus on the game rather than politics. The classic 1977 spy novel by Howard Kaplan, Damascus Cover, is finally making its big screen debut under the same title, and the excitement is all through the air. The film, which was shot in Morocco and Israel over a 2-month period in 2015, takes us on an intense journey through the eyes of Israeli spy Ari Ben-Zion. Ben-Zion, played by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, goes deep undercover in Syria on mission to smuggle a scientist out of the country. But of course things go awry, and much more is actually at play in the background. Joining Rhys-Meyers in the cast is John Hurt, Olivia Thirlby, Jürgen Prochnow, Navid Negaban, and Israeli actors Aki Avni, Tzachi Alevi, and Igal Naor. When the film first premiered last year at the Boston Film Fest, it took home 6 awards. Now, after screening here in Tel Aviv last week, it's set for general release in the United States July 20th, in the UK August 3rd, and according to director Daniel Burke, hopefully soon after on Netflix.
That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.